Hey everyone, excuse me, I hope you've all had an epic week. I found some really cool bands this week. One of them is like absolutely amazing. I love them now. They're like the coolest band ever, or at least that I found so far. They're like one of the best. So let's get to them. Okay, first off, for like all of you metalcore junkies like myself, this band you will absolutely love. They are called Day by Day. They are really epic. I do believe they're actually working on some newer songs right now, so keep an eye out on their Facebook page for that. Next up is Sora Kujira, and despite some like problems within the band, like no fights or stuff in between the band members, I do believe, but like they lost some stuff like with their recording stuff, and one of their guitarists, I do believe, had like an injury, so I really hope he gets better. But they are going to try and put together an EP. They were going to try and do a full length, but they lost too much data or whatever, and lost a whole bunch of songs that they had done, so they're starting over with some new songs and stuff. Next up is this awesome little two-piece pop rock-ish band from Kent, England. They're called Port Haven. They're really good. They have a whole bunch of songs out. I do believe their music is on iTunes, so check that out. Next up, The Persevering Promise. They are going on tour. I'm so excited for this. If you can like get tickets for a show near your area, definitely go. Seriously, they are so awesome. Next up, I am like absolutely excited to share this with you guys, but High Hopes. They are another really awesome sort of pop rock-ish band. They are from Canada, and they have just added 2 new members to their lineup. So please give a warm welcome to Andy Kolek and Ryan Rager to the High Hopes family. I'm so glad that they joined the band. I'm like absolutely stoked to see what they're gonna do next. So yeah. Next up, this is probably one of the most epic young metalcore bands out there. They are called From the Bottom We Rise. Check out their music, they're so good. I love those guys. They're like, they just have like one of those really like addicting sounds. The Witch was right. They're going to be on tour, I do believe. They're actually going to be at one of the, like a few of the dates on the infamous tour for Motionless in White's new album. Like, if I can see them live, which I really hope I can, that would be so epic, because they're like some of the most epic bands. But seriously, don't pass up seeing this band. They're so cool. They're like, they have like a lot of stuff in common, like sound-wise and style-wise, with Motionless in White, which like, oh my gosh, I just love this band. It's just so good. I feature this guy like a lot, but his music is really good. So, yeah, this is Negative Earth. I found out like a few days ago that his music is absolutely epic for making evil cookies. While listening to his music, it's like, wow, I just love his music. Next up, this was one of the bands that I was talking about. They are really, really good. I love their music. Like, I was like addicted, and I heard their music. They're called Clarity. They're from LA, California. They're more like a sort of metal-ish post-hardcore sound, but they're like so good. I love their music. It's so good. So I found out about this band recently. They're called Reaction. They're like a very solid sounding rock band from Phoenix, Arizona. Definitely check out their music. They have some really good songs. Another band that I feature like a lot on here. It Lives, It Breathes. They have a new single coming out at the end of this month, and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm so stoked for this. Their music is so good. They're like one of the best bands out there that like and they're like really personable to their fans. They'll like at a show they'll like go up to you, say hi, how is it going? They'll talk to you, and like it is so cool. It's so hard to find bands like this, and I love these guys for that, because they're like they're not like, they don't really have fans. They have more of like a family, like a really huge family that listens to their music and comes to their shows. It's like they don't have fans. They have like just like a huge family, which is really hard to find in bands for some reason. Like a lot of bands ignore their fans, which is really stupid, because they're the ones that listen to their music, buy their merch, go out to their shows. It's stupid for a band to ignore their fans, but these guys, they don't, which is so cool. I love that about them, and I'm so stoked to hear their new song. Next up, this guy is, oh my gosh, the Runaway State. He just released a music video for his song She Can Do Anything, and it is so funny. Oh my gosh. If there was an award for the funniest music video ever, he would like win it by the longest margin. It is hilarious. I will put a link for the video in the description. Watch it. You will like laugh your head off. It is so funny. Next up, I found out about this band a few days ago. They are called Shirts and Skins, and they did an amazing cover of AWOL Nation's song Sail. Their lead singer has like one of the most soulful voices ever. I love his voice. It is so pretty. This is actually kind of sad, but Rob the Cartel has recently sort of split up into two bands. They are now Rob the Cartel and Noise. They're two separate bands now. They weren't really like that clear on the reasons why they split up, but like a lot of the reasons it was sounding like there was musical differences in between the band members, so they decided to split into two different bands. It's like absolutely sad to hear this, because they were so good. But their lead guitarist, correct me if I'm wrong, if I'm pronouncing this wrong, but I think how do you pronounce his name is Ahmed, is looking for new members to replace the ones that left. So all of you musicians in the LA area that are serious about what you do and serious about the stuff you play, if you're interested in like finding a band to call home, try out for this, because I'm sure he would love to hear from you. He is searching really hard for new members, so I'm sure that he would absolutely love to hear from you if you want to join. So yeah, definitely check that out, and keep supporting Rob the Cartel, because I'm sure that he really needs like a lot of support to keep this going, because I've seen lots of bands that like this happens and they split into two different bands, and then one band just dies off because they don't have like enough support from true fans to keep them going. So check these guys out. Check out all of this music that I've mentioned, all the bands that I've mentioned. Keep an eye out on my YouTube and Facebook pages for new stuff. And yeah, so I guess that's it. Check out all these bands and have an epic next few weeks, and I will check back in like, I believe, 2 weeks. So keep an eye out for that next video, and keep checking out these bands.